Don't talk to me. When I left my job, I made 95. Driving a truck, pimping, whatever. You ain't making no $250,000.
Yeah, but like that shit whack as hell. Like, what you gotta bring up money for? Like, what that got to do with anything?
Fucking fag talking that bullshit.
I'm saying, well, call him whack for that though. Like, that shit whack as hell.
It is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
That's what the argument supposed to be on. Niggas talking about money.
Man, I don't even know why I'm even arguing with you. You know what I mean? First of all, I told y'all, you know what I mean? This is what I said. Only reason you in the game is you're a product of the game. It ain't cause you're a skill. Let's get that shit out the way. Right there. So stop talking to me like you a boss. You got a lucky win. Madden helped you. That means shut the fuck up. That's it and roll off, man. Come on, man. I can do that. I can do all that.
Keep it mad, nigga ain't an animal.
Keep it mad, nigga ain't an animal. Keep it mad, nigga ain't an animal. Keep it mad, nigga ain't an animal. That nigga's crazy. Oh Lord.
Right.
Hey man, friendly competition, man.
Nah, ain't friendly competition with me.
Hey, oh shit.
Ain't gonna be friendly competition with them. Cause see, I am an animal. I done been places where animals be at. Most of these motherfuckers on this chat ain't gonna be here with me. It ain't a murder show. It's just a real check. You gotta go check a nigga's jacket where he been at. So when I see a motherfucker like that talking like that,
you can check mine.
I know
you can check mine, nigga. Let's go. You can check my jacket.
In front of me, he wouldn't say a word.
You can check mine. I'm a motherfucking animal for real. Nigga, check my jacket, nigga. Let's go.
That's why I don't listen. As soon as I hear a pussy talking that means shut the fuck up, because I know you ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with mine. I ain't no talk. I done been there.
I've been there, baby.
Fuck
this is me, baby.
I'm just telling you one thing.
This is me, baby.
Bullshit to me.
I don't
allow that shit. Where I come from, we don't allow pussies to talk.
Oh Lord.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Where I come from, we don't allow pussies to talk.
Oh wow.
In my hood.
Oh wow. So I see why he said I make 100. I see why he said he made more money.
Fuck out of here. But that nigga's crazy, all this money. Shit like you the only one can make money. You out your mind, man. Fuck out of here.
Niggas got love, and I don't go nowhere without my
fucking lagged out ass shit.
I don't know, my buddy.
Kid, sister. We stand on that shit. That's why I don't get into that shit.
The sad part, the sad part is I straight put a nigga down over Madden in real life. Real talk. Now how about that? How many other niggas won't say that? Nobody. Not too many. I catch some of these niggas. If we was all that's what we need, bro. We all need to go somewhere one day and just meet the fuck up.
Not me.
And let niggas really air their shit out when they in front of motherfuckers.
I promise you, my
I bet you it'll be 1,000 plea cops. It'd be 1,000 plea cops.
These niggas ain't
nah, bro.
Niggas ain't
it was
coming.
just a game.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, exactly. Just know we ain't no game now.
Your uncle. At the end of the day, you let Mike beat you. Bottom line.
Man, I don't give a fuck
but
about
brother boy naked bomb. Wide the fuck open.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
The
lagging like a motherfucker. I'm trying to shit all the way to the side. I'm going to overthrow a motherfucking bomb. Nigga, I am a bomb.
Baby. Woo, baby.
That's all I do is throw bombs all day. I'm going to overthrow that shit like that so wide open. I almost knocked the motherfucker out the stand with that motherfucker. It's a $1, man. You gotta sit on shit like that when you playing a game like that. When it's lagging, you just gotta sit and wait. Especially you got a terrible user back there. He chased that shit, bomb him over the top. I ain't doing nothing but flip the play. That's why he not miss shit like that.
Baby. That shit,
and lose a game like that, then they give them a voice to run their mouth. Don't worry, I remember next time. Next time it's 50. He'll be back to normal.
I'm saying the last time you told a nigga they wasn't cross the 50, they didn't. Hold up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Who was that? Who the last person you told wasn't going to cross the 50? He ain't crossed the 50.
That shit, I ain't even getting on. I'm just pissed off about this motherfucking lag. That shit that you running his mouth. Tell me this internet. You know that shit lag. I ain't going to sit here and talk that shit. Trust me, I'm going to pay more money to get that shit so it run nice. That shit fucking horrible. This ain't saying I just get myself through the game and get on out of there.
Yo, Uncle, though.
But I don't like that
but
shit.
But even if you telling the truth, though, here's the thing, though. Even if you telling the truth, though,
fuck out of here.
You say it so much, nobody believes that shit. Nobody, they going.
I don't care what people believe.
No, hear me out. Now you do care. You do care, or we wouldn't even be having this argument right now.
But see,
what I'm saying to you is, even if you right, because you be right, you be right at times, but the fact that shit go through all the time.
Before I started this game, what was your comment?
Or what?
That motherfucker could lag like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but real talk, I was being smart. I was being smart because I know that's how you was feeling. I know exactly that's how you was feeling.
I go on my schedule and look at my say, fuck. I gonna go on my schedule and just look at that shit. So you telling me Tata internet don't be fucked up?
Nah, because Tata on Wi-Fi, he definitely got bad internet.
That shit right there, that shit's horrific, man. When it's bad, you can't throw the ball. You can't throw the ball. You know, everybody on this chat know that shit. You be in games and that shit lagging. And you throw that ball, just like he scored that touchdown across the on my corner, drop down.
You could check a nigga internet. You could check a nigga internet just by looking at the games played. You go down week 6, 1-1-1-1-1-3. 1-1-1. Everybody shit was straight that game. 1 run. I don't know. Hey Gator, what's up, bro? What I gotta do to get Phillips over here, man? Damn, what I got bit? You know what?
What's up?
Yo, Boom.
Hey, what's up?
Come on, bro. We real talking. You in the game right now?
Nah.
Fucking bullshit ass lag, man. I hate that shit.
Let's get to it. So last night you put up 108 on somebody, man. Talk about it.
Man, I don't know, man. It was just one of them games, man. And, you know, I remember a week ago he was talking shit, you know what I mean, talking what he was going to do. And, you know, he had no install my play. He was going to use it on me. And, I mean, Boone ain't shit. Oh, my God. Stop Mar. I got something for that ass. So, you know.
I mean, he definitely said he definitely was looking for you and shit. So, I mean, but to put 100 points up on somebody, like, what has to happen in that game for that type of shit to happen?
Man, you gotta donate, man. And that's what happened, man. And you gotta be clicking on all cylinders on defense and offense.
Right. So I mean, it looked like Chase Young was responsible for a lot of fumble recoveries, fumble causes, touchdowns. Explain that.
Yeah, man, he was disruptive, man. I think he had like 10 tackles, 8 solos, 3 forced fumbles. I think he had a fumble recovery for a touchdown and a pick 6 for a touchdown. And 2 sacks.
Is he playing like the best, the number 1 overall pick in the league?
He definitely is, man. He playing like the defensive MVP, man.
All right, so my question to you is, man, Bryce Young is now your new starting quarterback over there. We seeing Lamar Jackson numbers turned down. Is this the heir apparent right now? Are we seeing Lamar Jackson's done with MVP races and chasing the Super Bowl? Is that over with?
Nah, man, because like I told you, man, we still have a 2 quarterback system. You know, because there's certain throws that Bryce can make, but there's certain throws that Lamar can make better. So, you know, I mean, depending on the situation, I mean, it's gonna depend on who you see out there. Because, you know, Lamar has certain attributes, you know what I mean, that Bryce just don't have and won't get ever. So
let's talk about the 4 members in your division right now. When you thinking about the Browns, when you think about the Browns and their football team and what they do, what do you think?
Man, I just can't. You talking about as far as planning?
Yeah, as far as planning, lining up to have to play the Browns.
I just know I can't turn over the ball, man, because he's gonna pretty much try to keep the possessions low. You know what I mean, he good with like maybe 4 possessions the whole game, if not less. So I just got to take advantage of my I got to take advantage of my opportunities and not turn over the ball.
All right, so you got Anton finally playing games right now. He's sitting at 3-3 right now. This AFC North ain't as strong as it used to be. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah. Well, nah, I don't know, cause Anton, he been giving me games, and it's probably because I haven't played him in a long time. But he been giving me games. I say it's still pretty tough.
All right, so do
It's
this
not how it
division
used to
still
be.
run through the Browns right now, or are you feeling like you're on the up and coming to be able to take this division?
Nah, I think I should be able to take it, man. I think I'm here, man. I just needed. Unfortunately, I needed 2 seasons instead of just one to get back to the basics. But I think I'm here now. I'm ready to reclaim my throne.
No doubt. All right, so what do you say to these guys that say Boone only show up and do real talks and only around when he win, when he lose, we don't hear nothing about him, he ain't around, and all this and that. What do you got to say to that? Answer the questions of when you lose, you're gone, when you win, you're on.
Hey, man, I ain't really got shit to say to that, man. You know what I mean? Other than I ain't gonna say that. It might be kids watching, so we keep it PG. Hey, man, fuck what you thought, fuck what you heard, fuck what you think you know. It don't matter what you say, dog. We coming. I ain't answering that shit. They know what's up. They know Boone here to stay. I ain't running for nobody.
So Boone, I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something that we're going to really kind of like do on the fly, but this is long overdue, man. We got, when you look at the league overall, we got some good talent players, not coaches. I'm talking about the players in the league right now, right?
Yeah.
If I was to ask you for a top 5 quarterback roll call, who would you put in that top 5?
Oh man, that's
And
tough
here's
for
the
me.
thing: for them to be considered top 5, they had to be in the league for at least 3 seasons.
Three
All right, so
seasons.
that helps out a lot. At least 3 seasons.
All right, so I gotta go with Pat Mahomes. I
All
gotta go with
right.
Lamar.
Now we thought ready. Let's talk about Patrick. Let's stay at Patrick Mahomes right
Yeah.
now. It ain't a person watching this real talk right now or on headset with us. The moment he was sent to 49ers, thought Patrick Mahomes would be over and done with. Is it safe for me to say that?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, say.
All right. Now, with that being said, let's go find Mahomes and see where he's sitting at right now. All right, so Patrick Mahomes coming into week 7 right now has 1,317 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 2 INTs, 70% right now. Is he still the Mahomes that we saw for the Chiefs?
Oh, you talking about stats like right now, huh? Oh no, he definitely not the same guy. Like he took a step back, but he's still pretty good, man. And I think that just contributes to who he's playing.
9 touchdowns, 2 INTs, 70% right
Yeah, you
now.
know what I mean. Not taking away from that though, man. But he did just play, a walking 60 burger in Mark. So
All right, so you still will put Patrick Mahomes as the #1 quarterback in RDL.
yeah, man. Just from off a track record, man. And right now, looking at the stats, you have to. But
Okay.
we gotta wait till the rest of the season is played.
All right, so who would you have at #2?
I gotta say Lamar, man. That's
Lamar
just
Jackson.
yeah.
Now, some will argue, and I could probably speak for somebody like a Falk, a Jungle, Big Avelli. People like them will argue. We go to Lamar Jackson right now. Let's just go to the Ravens team real fast. And this is what you calling the #2 best quarterback in the league. Now we saying complete quarterback too. All right. Now we're gonna check
Yep.
out some stats here. All right. So in the last 3 seasons, we're gonna go to the last 3 seasons. Okay. So since 2020, let me see, we got 26, 27, 28, 29. I want the last 3. All right. So the last 3 seasons, 3,709 yards passing, 39 touchdowns, 43 INTs. I think this was the MVP season for him, right?
Yeah.
27 was the MVP season for him because he rushed for 1,998 yards and 17 rushing touchdowns. All right, so we there with it. All right, those passing numbers, do they allow him to be allow him to stay in that MVP race, or is that all off the rushing numbers?
Oh no, I think it's both, man. Because both contributed. To him winning the MVP. If he just had rushing numbers, he wouldn't have
All
won
right,
MVP when he did both.
all right. So 2028, he threw for 2,039 yards, 21 touchdowns, 18 INTs, and in that same season, in 2028, he rushed for 2,129 yards, 20 touchdowns. That 2,129 yards, would you say that was the season that the Russian won him the MVP? With 20 rushing touchdowns, okay?
Yeah, we run heavy that game. We got a Ricky McIntosh.
Okay. 29. Right now, 474 yards. This is what I didn't want to do. I wanted to go back to 26 for a reason. I wanted the full seasons. So this was the year he got hurt, right? 697 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 10 INTs.
No, that was the year that Jalen Hurt came in.
Yeah, he got hurt this year too. All right, so you argue on Lamar Jackson is the second best quarterback in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, who's your third?
Let me go back. Hold on. My third. Oh man, that's tough because you only give me 3 years.
No, they had to play. They had to play for at least 3 years. Now,
I know what I'm saying because Jungle quarterback didn't play for 3 years. He's on 2 years. He's at his second year. Well, going on 3rd year. I got to go Chase Ward. He has 8 years under his belt and Super Bowls.
All right. So but you can kind of include Jungle in his quarterback and his mix. He's a 2-time Super Bowl winner. I mean his numbers wasn't down at all. 41 touchdowns, 24 INTs, 44 as his rookie year, 44 and 41. He won a Super Bowl in these 2 seasons. I think he won a 27 and 28. All right, so he got 2 Super Bowls in that season, and I think here's the thing. I like Jungle's quarterback, but he's on the same path as Chase Ward. He's gonna have multiple Super Bowls, but he's never had to win any of those Super Bowls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so I kind of like him in that same conversation. So when I say that, because you can argue that, but you going with Chase Ward as the number 3 quarterback.
Well, I wasn't even going to no order. I'll just give you my 5.
All right, so give me another. Who's in the top 5? Give me the next 2.
I'm just saying. So you said Jungle because I looked at him and being that he won the Super Bowls and.
So you'll pick Jungle's quarterback over top of Big Avelli's quarterback?
Yeah.
Does Big Avelli have a top 5 quarterback though? Let's go back to 26. 2,672 yards, 23 touchdowns, 27 INTs, 3,382, 34 touchdowns, 19 INTs, 3,086, 24 touchdowns, 20 INTs. That's his last 3 full seasons.
I don't know. It's tough, and the only reason why I say it's tough is because, like, we know in the AFC, man, it's a lot of competition in the AFC. But in the NFC, the only competition is really Jungle. And his quarterback never showed up and came to play when he played Jungle in those big games.
All right, so I'm going to disagree with you there, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I'm not sure if the AFC is better than the NFC anymore. I know top heavy it is. Actually, you can't even say that. It's not even top heavy because what happens is Jungle's just beating the guys that he need to beat to get to the Super Bowl, right? But the same guys over there, you gotta give noise to Big Avelli, a Buck. Who else is in the playoffs consistently? I mean, outside of Jungle, Big Avelli, and the Bucks, the next 3 changes all the time, right? Would you say that?
Yeah.
All right, so those 3 over there right now are almost guaranteed to be in the playoffs. And the Saints, Gator fan is flirting with that. He's flirting with that in the playoffs almost all the time too. Man, I like Jalen McCain. I don't know if he's quiet and we don't pay attention to him because we're not really watching his games or what, or like what makes players stand out when I go, who the top 5 quarterbacks in the league to you? Do you say Mahomes? Do you say Mahomes because you watch him play more than any? You know what I mean? Most of these guys
see my top 5. I'm basing it on the pass tree and the ability to make plays. When things break down, and he doesn't have that it factor for me. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to throw a drag and this and that, but like he don't have it. You know what I mean?
So when you say you're looking at the passion, you still keep Lamar Jackson in that top 5, right?
Yeah, man. Like I said,
without his rushing, without his
ability.
All right, so playmaking ability. All right, cool. All right, that's a good argument. Let's get to the run game over here, Booney. When you think about running backs, top 5 running backs in the league. I don't care about longevity. I care about names that backs that are. Just put it this way: teams you play, and it comes down to their running backs. They are threats to you. Like it could just be the running game itself or threats to you. Who would you consider top 5 running backs in the league?
Definitely that boy Beckwith. Did Beckwith start with Seattle?
Nah, Beckwith started with the Saints. Let's take a look at Beckwith. We could do that right now. We could take a look at Beckwith. I don't know if Beckwith's still getting burned or not. Let's go find him. Let's see if he in the. I don't see him. Beckwith. I doubt he even still playing. If he even. There you go.
57 carries this year.
All right, so 57 carries. I just wanted to get to him. I just want to click on his name. Let's just look at what he's been doing. I mean, right now he's leading the league. He's the all-time rushing touchdown career leader right now. So you got to give him some credit. I mean, this guy had 3,000 yards in his rookie year, 27, 22. Then he fell off a little bit, 17, 87, 16, 32. And then he came right back. I think this is the Bigavelli seasons right here. Nah, I think this, I don't know. Bigavelli, type in, if this is your season, 2025, that 2,514 yards rushing, 22 touchdowns. I think Bigavelli had him for the last 4 seasons, not the last 5. But his numbers dropped tremendously because I think, like right now, he's starting to drop. But when you look at career, I would say Hall of Fame numbers, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So, but does that make him a top 5 back right now? Like has he been? You got to think about it. When he was for the Saints, he was scary. He was one of the top running backs in the league for sure. When he got to the Seahawks, is he still as dangerous as he was at the Saints? Is the number showing that?
I don't know, man. He had 15 touchdowns, then 13 touchdowns, and it's tough. It's tough to say, man, especially if you're not talking about longevity and then the rate that people are traded in the league. It's hard to really say. But definitely Willie Parker.
Now, Willie Parker's consistently played for the Steelers his entire career. I mean, the nigga changed his name and all that, but he's consistently played there. So let's talk about Willie Parker for a second. With these numbers, he's had one season and this was a computer season where we didn't have a user on it. But every year he's been 1,000-yard back right now. I mean, he's already to 1,030 in 7 games right now. Willie Parker, I agree with you. He should be somewhere in that top 5 as top 5 running backs in the league right now. Because we've had multiple users that have been 1,000-yard backs been a 1,000-yard rusher with this running back. So all right, so Willie Parker, okay. Now, I'm not going to drop Beckwith out of my top 5, but his numbers have dropped tremendously. But I don't think it's because of him not being good enough to do it. I just don't think he's put in that situation as much anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting old, the tread on the tires. He don't need him because he has other weapons to go along with that backfield. So I think he's just not the main guy. Like, Willie Parker's still the main guy in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? All right, so give me another running back.
Oh man, I gotta show him love, man. People ain't gonna like this, man. I gotta go Roger Craig.
I mean, I'm not mad at that. He's active. He's gonna get carries like crazy over here. So like, I agree with that. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say Arian Foster is pushing the envelope for 2 to 3 best running back in the league, along with Roger Craig. All right, so let's go. We're gonna go Roger Craig. So he joined. So all right, so Beckwith joined the Seahawks in 2026. So we'll go back take that in mind. All right, so since Roger Craig has been a 49er, he's his. All right.
I'm about to say go to Arian Foster and we can go year for year with stats.
Okay, all right. So I'm already on Roger Craig. Are you on him already too?
Yeah, I get Arian Foster though. Real quick. I'm there.
You there?
Yeah.
All right. So what year did Arian Foster first play?
21. So one
all
of
right. So start at 23.
All right. So 23. Let's go 1,600 yards, 27 touchdowns.
Okay. 1905, 12 touchdowns.
Okay. 24, 2,100 yards, 27 touchdowns.
Okay. 2018, 24 touchdowns.
All right. 2,000 yards, 23 touchdowns.
1899, 22 touchdowns.
That was even. 2026, 1,700 touchdowns, 17 touchdowns.
1877, 16 touchdowns.
Let's see what we got. Hold on. Go to your next one.
27, 2,104 yards, 16 touchdowns.
So 27. He had 1,100 yards, 16 touchdowns.
Okay. 28, 1858, 12 touchdowns.
1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns.
28, I just said the 18 now, we in 27, so we're not going to count 27 because it ain't a full year right now. All right. So are we saying even backs right here? That can go 2 and 3. You want this?
Yeah, they're pretty even. Yeah, they're pretty
even, right? So all right, so we can put them in there. So we got Beckwith, we got Parker, Roger Craig, and Arian Foster. I need one more back.
Oh man, let's see.
I got a back that you probably not gonna like, but I like him. I got 2 we can argue this point with.
Go ahead, tell me.
3, Will Falk, Adric Lockley for the Cowboys, and Fred Teller.
Fred Taylor definitely. He probably been that Lockley.
So let's go. You go to Lockley. I go to Fred Teller.
All right, I'm on Lockley.
All right, I'm on Fred Teller. All right, so
23.
2000 what?
23.
Okay, he came in 2024. Let's start at 24 now.
All
right, as a rookie, on 102 carries, as a rookie, remember he shared time with Saquon Barkley that year. 102 carries for 1084, 14 touchdowns.
All right, 1,300 yards, 20 touchdowns. But hold on, Lockley rookie year, he had 2,100 yards, 28 touchdowns.
Oh,
that's
God.
2023. So,
all right,
25.
25, 71 carries, 1041, 8 touchdowns. He's not a full-time starter yet. I'm gonna show you when he's a full-time starter. But go ahead. 71 carries, 1041, 8 touchdowns.
He doubled those carries, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns.
Okay, still about even. 2026, 148 carries, 1552, 13 touchdowns.
108 carries, 832 yards, 3 touchdowns.
And I think that's the year the big back started playing for him.
Yeah.
All right, so that's another situation. All right, so then 2027, 62 carries, 400. This was an injury year, 458 yards, 7.4 yards a carry, 8 touchdowns. This was the injury year. This was the year he lost the Super Bowl to Jungle. This was our last year that we played in the Super Bowl, which was 2 seasons ago.
All right, 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns.
Right. All right, so then he comes back in 2028 as a Tennessee Titan, 2,802 yards, 2,082 yards, 22 touchdowns. As a full-time starter, 293 carries.
1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns.
Right. All right, so I like Lockley in front of Fred Teller because of that rookie season. I like Lockley in front of Fred Teller, but I think Fred Teller pushing the envelope. Now, with that being said, go ahead, I'm listening.
No, I like Lockley, man. Like, I'm always, always talking about Super Bowls, and I like Lockley because I'm pretty sure that he did run the ball in some of those Super Bowls and the road to get to Super Bowl.
He won it in his recently back-to-back Super Bowls that he just won recently back-to-back. He definitely won that Super Bowl for him with the Cowboys in the Jaguar game. And I think he played a big role in the Cowboys and the Chiefs game. Big time, yeah. So I like him. But as well, Fred Teller has played a role in those 2 back-to-backs. Remember, he had 3 rushing touchdowns, 390 yards in the one against Big Avelli, and then he came back against Jungle on 10 carries for Danner, 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. But he didn't get the MVP of that game. Deuce Ramsey did. You know what I'm saying? So they both, that kind of makes when you throw the Super Bowl in there and the numbers they put up in the Super Bowls, I still like Lockley in front of Fred Teller. But then you got Will Falk over here too from 2023, 1584, 1337, 813. Then he comes back 1451, 1615, 851, 727. So he's been over there at the Dolphins since 2027. And he's had 1,000 yard season, 16, 15, and 14 touchdowns. Yeah, I think Will Falk is right out the outside. He's on the outside of that, so he'll be about like 6'7", somewhere around there. All right. Yeah. Now when you come,
go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like, I know we normally don't do this, man, but I got to throw my boy Marmar in there.
As a running back, yeah, I
As a
know.
running back.
Well,
Gotcha.
I was waiting for you to say
I
that,
wasn't
but
gonna do it. I
because
wasn't gonna do it.
you was, because when we talking about players, you always gonna talk about your die lines, and your die lines. So my thing
No,
is this: I don't think you can have it both worlds, because if you just look at him as a passer, he's not top 5 to me. But as an overall player at quarterback, he's top 5, right? I believe that. So now you got to separate it. If you want him as a running back, because if you got him as a running back, we possibly can be talking about the second, to me, the second best running back in the league. Pushing the envelope for the first, I think Willie Parker still got that. I think Willie Parker holds it down. But I think if you're going to separate it and we take him out of that quarterback category and just talk about him as a runner, he's the second to third best runner in the league, if not the first.
Nah, man. He in a category on his own, man. It is what it is. We know what Marmar. We know where he is. We let the running backs have the category.
All right, so let's get to it. Wide receivers in the league, man. When you talk about threats, let's not even look at numbers right now. Let's just look at the league as an overall haul and give me some standout names at receivers that just stick right out, period, right away. When you think of best receivers, who names going to pop up on your list?
So I ain't gonna look at the names, man. A lot of them was okay. So I got Calvin. I got Warwick.
Okay.
I got Metcalf, even though he an old player.
Okay.
Man. That's tough, man. I gotta put the boy T Black in there.
All right. So we're gonna throw T Black in here, right? And now we're gonna go to a numbers game, and we're gonna talk about T Black. He had an explosive year, first year as a rookie, 1964, 26 touchdowns. Very good rookie season.
Fuck all that. I'm back.
The other rookie the last two rookies that did this, and this is why I say okay T Black for a little bit, is because Calvin and Sheldon Warwick both had rookie seasons like that. Their first years on the field. But then you come back the next year and he has 37, half the catches, 857 yards, and nowhere near the same amount of touchdowns, 9. I don't think we can put T Black on this list at all right now. And I damn sure ain't putting him over no Jabari Pratt at all.
Well, you didn't let me finish that. First off, see, you start doing what you always do. You can't flip-flop. You got to have it one way. You got to stick to it. You said we weren't looking at numbers. You said scariest players. So which one is it going to be?
I still don't think he's scarier than Jabari Pratt. I don't think he's better than Jabari Pratt or scarier than Jabari Pratt.
I'm not talking numbers. I'm not classifying them as 1 scary, 2 scary, 3 scary. I'm just giving you my top 5.
All right, so go ahead. So go ahead. So T Black is in your 5.
Oh no, I just want to make sure that you ain't gonna change the stipulations. You know what I mean? Because you know how you do it.
All right. All right, so T Black is in your top 5 right now. So you got Sheldon, you got Calvin Johnson Jr. and T Black in your top 5 so far. Who's your next 2?
T Black. Definitely, I was gonna say Pratt.
Okay.
And I said Metcalf.
And Metcalf, so that's your 4. That's your 5 right there, right?
But I like Moss too.
Yeah. All right, so here's my thing. I will go with Sheldon Warwick to me. I know Calvin numbers trump him in areas, but I think Sheldon Warwick's the best receiver in the league, bro. Flat out. I think Calvin, numbers-wise, would be, numbers, second best receiver, but I'm not convinced that he is the second best receiver in the league. But
tell me why, though.
All right, here's why. I think Falk does a lot with those receivers, but when I think about receivers that's, scary, I like what he does. I just don't think he's better than Sheldon Warwick. I think Sheldon Warwick was, it's always something when you deal with the first. And we saw a guy come in the league and catch a touchdown or get pass interference for 2 to 3 seasons straight. Touchdown or pass interference. All right, so if you got Patrick Mahomes throwing to Calvin Johnson, I think that helps Calvin a lot. But you still can't take away from what Falk did with him. But like when you got a guy that you got to have that game winner with, I'm not sure Calvin has the prototype. Like for him to be 6'5", almost 6'6", I'm not comfortable with him going up to go get the football. Like, he can run under bombs all day long, but I don't think he has that presence of, like T Black. I've seen T Black go get 50-50 balls a lot, you know what I'm saying? And probably have a higher percentage of coming down with it than he doesn't. But Sheldon does that on a consistent basis, and he's been doing it since he stepped a foot in the league. Calvin get open because of the quarterback that's throwing the bombs to him and the design plays that's happening. I'm not taking nothing away from his greatness, but when it comes down to scaries, I think Sheldon is number one. Anytime a guy go through a whole career with touchdown to pass interference ratios is super high, bro. Like, I think Hitter's problem is he takes Sheldon out of the game more than he uses him. He get into these big games and he won't throw to him because he think you worrying about him. So he try, he's more of a decoy when he really supposed to get this guy the ball. And that's something else outside of that. But I like these my top 5 receivers in the league to me. Sheldon, Calvin, and he's pushing the envelope for 2 for me. I like Randy Moss. I like Metcalf. I will go that because 2 users made him and had him dominant. So I like Metcalf. Matter of fact, I like Metcalf fighting at that 2 spot with Calvin. So I like Sheldon, Calvin, and Metcalf fighting at 2. Then I like Moss, and I like Pratt. That would be my top 5.
So I'm on call bullshit on the Sheldon and Calvin, and this is why. So Sheldon only scratched 28 touchdowns once in his career.
Right.
One time.
Right.
And after that, he barely scratched 21. That was his second highest.
All right. So then you like Calvin better than him, right?
Listen, man.
Here's my argument. Here's my argument, though. Ready? Here's my argument with Sheldon. Let's go for careers real fast. Let's go over his careers. All right. Year 1, 51 catches, 2,224. This is his rookie season. 2,224 yards. Stay on Calvin. 28 touchdowns. His average per catch was 43.6 yards a catch. Let me hear Calvin's.
2,200 yards, 32 touchdowns.
What was his average per catch?
25.8.
Okay. His second season, 49 catches, 19 touchdowns. 14-29, 28.2 yards a catch. Go ahead.
63 receptions, 2,165 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 34.4 yards average.
Got you. All right, so in 2022, he had 50 catches, 17 touchdowns, 27.7 yards a catch.
So Sheldon came out at 20?
27.7 and 17 touchdowns.
All right, cool. Just go to 23 because I just told you 22.
All right, so 15-42, 39.5 yards a catch, 18 touchdowns.
18-81, 34.2 yards a catch, 23 touchdowns.
24, 15-80, 15 touchdowns, 42.7 yards a catch.
62 receptions, 22-74, 36.7 yards, and 32 touchdowns.
All right, so the touchdowns, I mean, I get it. The touchdowns is high, and the reception is probably higher on Calvin. But that threat of being scary receiver, 42.7, 39.5, 27.7, those last 23, 24, 25, and 25, he had 32 catches. This guy averaged 52.3 yards a catch, 21 touchdowns. Go ahead, 25. With the
25, 78 receptions, 1,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, only 19.4.
You're starting to see why I'm saying Sheldon. 13, 26, 27.6, 10 touchdowns.
I get it. But remember when we looked at 6'8", and we said that he didn't have the route tree, and all he could do was run streaks?
Mm-hmm.
That's all that is. That's all that is.
So Sheldon. So then Calvin gets more. Calvin would be number 1 over him when it comes down running a route tree. I agree there. I definitely agree there.
I just say being a better overall talent. You know, like
right.
All he's doing is throwing streaks and getting bombs with him. And I do the same thing with T Black. But I'm just saying, we're not talking about T Black being the number 1 receiver though.
All right. I like Sheldon as the number one receiver in the league. I think Calvin definitely second, and with Metcalf pushing that envelope. But then it comes down to Randy Moss and Jabari Pratt to me. And then I like Gianna Bryant over there too. When it comes down to threats in that receiver, and you go like, let's go look at this. Let me go find Gianna. Come on, Jungle, where you at? I know you got touchdowns with him.
Gianna. Rookie season had 27.
All right, stay on him. Let's go to Pratt versus Gianna. When was his rookie season?
2025.
All right. Pratt came in 2023. I think Pratt and Calvin came in the same year, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No. Was that Calvin? Oh, Calvin and Pratt. Yeah.
All right. Before you go to Gianna Bryant, go back to Calvin real fast.
All right. Let's see. All right, I'm there.
All right. So rookie season, week 4, Jabari Pratt became a Jacksonville Jaguar. 44 catches, 1394, 31.7 yards a catch, 19 touchdowns. Calvin's rookie year, 23.
23. Calvin's rookie year was 21.
All right. So then leave Calvin alone. Let's go to Gianna Bryant because they came in at the same time. Because Gianna Bryant was his last name was Springs at first.
All right, I'm there.
All right. So what was Gianna Bryant's 2023 year?
It was
quite sure he had 100 catches. How many catches?
Yeah, 98.
98 catches.
2,121 yards, 27 touchdowns.
Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead. Next, 24.
No, that was 25.
What year he came in?
25.
Oh, all right. So let me go. I'm gonna go to my 25. He killed him. 40 catches, 12, 17, 22 touchdowns. But Jabari averaged 30.3 yards a catch. With Gianna,
21.6.
Ain't bad. 26, 32 catches, 819. He was hurt this year too. 25.6, 11 touchdowns. Go ahead.
69 receptions, 1,388 yards, 20.1 a catch, and 19 touchdowns.
Okay. 27, 41 catches, 11, 13 touchdowns, 27.1 yards a catch.
61 receptions, 1,232 yards, 12 touchdowns, 17.9 a catch.
All right. 28, 61 catches, 1446, 23.7 yards a catch, 17 touchdowns.
66 receptions, 982 yards, 14.9 a catch, and 10 touchdowns.
All right. With those numbers, and we talking about Jabari and Gianna, who would you slide there?
I'll go Jabari.
Jabari there. All right, so let's give Randy Moss his just due right now. All right, so Randy Moss came in the league the same year, 23. He came in 2023. He redshirted this year, so he didn't really play for me at all. 8 catches, 358 yards, 4 touchdowns. But then in 24 was his come out year. 40 catches, 1151, 28.8 yards a catch, 17 touchdowns. 25, 42, 1383, 32.9 yards a catch, 24 touchdowns. 26, 950, 31.7, 12 touchdowns. And then he's been a 49er since 2027. 1440, 11 touchdowns, 1082, 7 touchdowns, 49 catches both those years, 29.4 yards a catch, 22.1 yards a catch. I don't like Randy Moss better than Gianna or Pratt.
Nah.
Not at all. Not at all. All right, so I mean, we kind of even Steven across the board when we talk about the best receivers. Now let's talk about guys that we probably ain't talking about because we don't get to see these guys play, or we really ain't worrying about them. Like, is there a receiver out there that we sliding that we didn't bring up that we should be bringing up? And anybody that's listening right now, is there a receiver you guys know that we just missed? Remember the receiver for you know who it was? You know who it was? I don't know if he's still in the league or not though, but Paris Campbell.
Oh yeah.
Paris Campbell. Now, when we talk about up and coming receivers, the real draft guys right now, not the Game of Thrones receivers, these real draft guys coming right now. Is there anybody in mind that you'll look at and be like, God damn?
Oh man, not right now, man. I thought you talking about like Henry Ruggs then.
Yeah, like that. It don't gotta just be that class. You know, a couple class. You got the Henry Ruggs era, C.D. Lamb. Like let's talk about the first draft and the guys that came out. Those the top receivers in those first drafts. So you had Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, C.D. Lamb. You got to give Denzel Mims. Who I'm missing? You got Jalen Rieger. Who else came out in that draft? Let's do it like this. Let's get out of stats. Don't do them like that, McFarland. All right, so this is what I'll do. I'll do it like this. I'll go to NFL, and we'll go to wide receivers, and then I'll look for all the 23-year-olds right now. Let's go down, slide down to the 23-year-olds. So that first draft class, we had guys like. Here we go. Here we get into it. I'm not. If I know they don't get no burn or nothing, I'm not gonna say their name. So Henry Ruggs was in that draft class, but Henry Ruggs has been quiet, right? I mean, Dirty Rat went off with him year one with him. That was it. Let's see. Denzel Mims. I would definitely say he's a big name out of that class. Rather you probably wouldn't look at this, but if I click on this guy, I don't want to click on it because I don't want to lose my spot. I got to come back down here again. But Laviska Shenault Jr. I thought he's been playing well for the Rams. I would need you to click on his name and click on his numbers because I don't want to lose a spot. But
for the Rams.
Yeah, let's look at Chenault's numbers.
All right, let's see. Laviska. Number 2. Man, safety in the league. I don't know, man. Rookie season, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2027, 1,244 yards, 8 touchdowns. 2028, 700 yards, 7 touchdowns. He don't have no touchdowns this year. So.
All right, so let's skip past him. Hamler had half of a season. I'm not going to put him up there. Moody. Now, here's the thing. This is the funny thing, because when you start looking at receivers in that first draft class, you got to talk about, go to the Green Bay Packers and click on Tony Brown and tell me his stats. I like Tony Brown. I like Brian Edwards. And we will look at a Colin Johnson. I'm just going to keep going down until I find some names.
Shit, Tony Brown ain't even playing right now.
I thought the Saints had somebody. You got T Higgins, but the guys like Jerry Jeudy, C.D. Lamb, these guys they ain't really stepping, bro. They ain't putting up no numbers. Henry Ruggs, that first draft class, those rookie receivers, and that was a deep draft class of receivers. None of them really are the guys. You know what that is, though?
You know what that is, though? That's motherfuckers picking players that they really don't want or need just to pick.
Right.
They ain't picking for what they need. They just picking for who's hot. The name.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And you got guys just picking guys, and then they just sitting ducks now. Yeah. So I agree with that. I agree with that a lot.
Judy's supposed to be a dog on somebody's team.
And he on the Redskins, bro. And if you click on him, go to Judy and read his stats off.
Shit, I'm about to go. Shit.
I mean, it's ridiculous. You getting guys that's coming out like these guys. Jerry Judy's, the Henry Ruggses, the C.D. Lambs. Now the C.D. Lambs is victim of not having a user.
Hell nah. Hey, somebody send the Redskins a trade offer for Jerry Jeudy, dog. Rookie year, 19 receptions, 255 yards, 4 touchdowns. Next season, 101 yards, 1 touchdown.
Oh my
Next
God.
season, 458 yards, 3 touchdowns. This season, 130 yards, 0 touchdowns.
Man, my running backs got better receiver numbers than that.
Man, I swear. Man, send him this way, man.
Send him.
I got a future pick for you.
I like Justin Jefferson in this draft class. He had a red shirt year as a rookie, but then from that point on, he's been the guy over there for the Texans. C.D. Lamb. Let's go to C.D. Lamb. Click on him and tell me his numbers.
Where he at?
Cardinals.
You got to keep in mind that the Cardinals didn't really have a consistent user. Hasn't really had a consistent user, to be honest.
But when he was drafted, we did have Patsy over there for the first 2 seasons with him.
2 seasons.
Shit, his rookie year, 1,193 yards, 3 touchdowns.
All right, got the yards.
Second year, 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. So, not really getting touchdowns, but racking up yards.
1,000 yards and some catches. That's what we're saying right now. So,
yeah.
all right.
After that, went down.
I mean, if you really look at the overhaul of the whole shit, man, those receivers ain't really producing out of that. That first draft class, those receivers aren't really producing, and really the only one that really was Mims and I would say Justin Jefferson right now out of that first draft class. They the ones that's producing. The rest of them really ain't doing shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy though.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I don't really got some top receivers like that. Now, let's slide over and let's talk about some linebackers, boom. All right, and we're not going to categorize them as middle, outside linebackers. We just want to talk about linebackers in the league, man. When you think about linebackers, who would you consider top linebackers in the league? No order, no nothing, just guys who just pop up right away, like.
The ones who pop up right away in my mind, man. One is Ray Lewis.
Okay.
Dylan Moses. Even it's tough, man, because you got a bunch of like you breed linebackers over there. Not because Isaiah Simmons is a dog, Voorhees was a dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Derek Brooks was a dog.
Look at you.
No, he was. Derek Brooks was a dog.
He definitely was.
See.
And he ain't really become a dog until I traded him to the Broncos. So like he right though. He not bullshitting. So you got I like a lot of guys, man. I like overall we talking about mixture, Game of Thrones and real draft players. You had Zuka from the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Urlacher.
Urlacher the dog. I mean the linebackers range because we made a lot of good ones though. But those guys, that's the scariest linebacker in the league was for sure Jimmy Voorhees.
Yeah.
Flat out the scary, like the scary. He changed games. He made people not even run. Didn't want to even run nowhere near him. So I would. Nah, I mean you could say Ray Lewis too because you can't throw the ball on him at all.
Yeah.
When you look at Ray Lewis' numbers, he got more. He's about to break the NFL's interception record, and I think Reedy holding it down for the Bucks. But Ray Lewis, that middle linebacker, has more fucking pick sixes than most corners and shit DBs in the league. So I definitely think Ray Lewis is up there as the best. I like Ray Lewis as the best linebacker in the league, but scariest to me was Jimmy Voorhees, flat out. Like I don't really think it was any second guessing that. All right, so when you get to corners, when you get to the cornerbacks in the league, when you think of shutdowns right now, doesn't matter the years they played or nothing like that. When you think of corners right now, who would you think is the best corner in the league?
Best corner in the league, man. Man, you already know Stingley. I seen that matchup against you and Falk. I gotta go Stingley. I gotta say Dion and but you know he got a host of cornerbacks over there, so it make it tough. But I know Dion over there, he was balling when I played.
Right.
I like my dude Holiday. The Browns, they got dogs over there too with
Claiborne.
Pat Pete.
Yeah, Claiborne.
Yeah, them dudes.
I like that. The NFC got some guys over there too, though. Like the NFC got some guys over there.
It's tough because I don't really play them like that. You know what I mean?
Right. But the Saints got good corners. I really like Amik Robertson over there. I think he's a dog. He got another one over there that I'm sleeping on. But yeah, guys that had the most interceptions for the last couple. We got. I think the younger corners are actually stepping into that round where they're taking over and getting their own island. They really becoming the new shutdowns of the league. And here's my new shutdowns of the league. I definitely got Derek Stingley to me as one, but then you got Tyson Campbell over there for the Panthers. That to me would be two. I would say two. Then you go to the Saints. I gotta go to this team because there's two of them from the Saints. The Saints cornerbacks. Here we go. All right, so yeah, Meek Robinson, and then did he trade this guy? Where the other guy was at? Oh no, that was the safety. That's what I was talking about. Leeds. All right, yeah. So Meek Robinson, I liked him in his first two seasons too. Stat-wise, let's go see. Like last year, he had 11 picks last year, 7 in his rookie year, 11 last year. But I like I said, Stingley. You go to the Panthers. Paris Campbell has been an animal. Tyson Campbell has been an animal. His couple seasons he's been playing. Like last year, he had 12 picks, bro. Like, I think that was tied for first or tied for second. You go look at Stingley in his first season as a starter. Over here, he had 12. So him and Tyson Campbell was tied with 12, and then Amik had 11. I actually like the boy Snead for the Chiefs. I like Snead for the Chiefs. Jungle got a DB. I don't know if he's a safety or a corner, but he's always around the football. He's always making plays. Let's see, is it? I think it's a safety, bro. Carter, take Travis J. Let me see. Phelps, Brian Phelps, is it? It might be Brian Phelps. That's a safety, though. I thought he had a corner over there. I mean, Lockley been holding shit down for a long time, but I'm not sure he's the guy. But I know he had a guy over there. It was one more that I'm missing right now that I can't remember. But when you talk about these guys that can hold their own island down, like you physically watch me in multiple games leave Stingley on the island by himself.
Yeah, man. And I was skeptical at first, man, about giving, like, even saying that it was close to the title. You know, I mean, kind of like the LeBron Jordan thing. But
right.
nah, he a beast.
He was a dog too. LeBron Jordan was tight.
What'd you say?
Oh man, dang, DC,
you
so
real low, bro.
Ward number one, DC.
Without a doubt.
I can hear you.
Okay. Hey man, my nigga Ward,
yeah,
man,
we doing a real talk. Yep, first.
He going to turn his number one receiver into, you know what I mean, get your team over the
We're
hump.
just talking about best players at their position in the league right now.
You gotta talk to him in the locker room or something. Shit.
Huh? We're talking about corners right now. Yeah, what you getting on?
Get his ass on. Who you play, hitter?
I just finished playing Mike.
All right.
Damn, you won.
I did.
Right. All right, well, we'll see you when you get on, my boy.
For Knox it, man.
Who's your top 3 receivers in the league?
Top 3 receivers?
Huh?
I said
Calvin, okay.
I want to set up
You said Calvin, who else?
You said top. You didn't say scariest.
T Black. You like T Black? Yeah, you put him in there. Okay, boom. Put him in there. Pratt. Alright. So we all kind of agreeing that Derek Stingley is the best corner in the league. Stingley Island. Are you agreeing with that?
He's the best corner. He's the best corner.
Yeah, I like this talk. He said he ain't the best corner. Okay. Go ahead. So who's the best corner in the league?
Man, that man was God at Kansas City.
And who's that?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Snead.
Snead? Okay, he arguing Snead's the best corner in the league. I think that's a good argument. I'm not going. I really don't think he's better than what's his name right now. But I like the argument. Let's go look at his numbers. Snead. Let's look at his numbers. He redshirted for 2 years, and in 2028, 3 picks, 24 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1.5 sacks. But watching him play and playing him, covering and what he does in the game, I like him, but the numbers ain't there for him to be the best corner in the league. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I watch this guy play a lot because I watch you play your game. So I like him. I like him up there. But I definitely think it's 2 guys and 3 guys in front of him right now. I think he had that breakout year where he got 10 picks, and then we can start talking about that. But right now, hell no. Here you go, baby.
I just know Stingley got him about right. So.
You just what? You said what?
I said I just know Stingley got him.
All right, so boom. This nigga is, oh God, we great fight. Hitter and Boone. He arguing he don't think Stingley the best because he said Bo Rice tore him up on Stingley's Island.
Hey.
But see, your argument.
He did run that wheel route on him.
Yeah. He ran a wheel. He know what he did. But look, in the process of that, the numbers don't lie in that game. He got his game off. But he did 3 things that he shouldn't have did that got him those yards. Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Knock it off. I don't want to expose what it was because then niggas gonna start dick riding and trying to do it. So I'm not gonna expose what it was. But head up, I know you ain't gonna sit here. It was the numbers from that game. You right. We're not gonna argue. But you take 2 of those plays away, and he had 1 play. You take the quick hike situation away, and you take that route you ran away, and he has 1 play that whole game. He is the best corner in the league.
What?
All right, man. All right. So Bo Rice exposed Stingley. And so that makes him not the best receiver, the corner in the league. None of us agree with you right now. None of us, because we know you did some fugazi shit to get that shit off. You said what? I definitely think Stingley is more than hype. I think every game he come out there, he proving it in the run game and the passing game, flat out. It ain't another corner right now in the league that can get locked on man to man and don't get tortured at all. And Bo Rice don't do half the shit he do if you take those 3 bullshit plays you did away from it. Well, because you gotta take it away because you know you did unstoppable situations. You did unstoppable situations. You coached me up into a press, and then you know what you did, and then you ran a route that you know that wasn't a press can't stop. But screen for me. But look, screen for me. Walk up and press. But when I had him off of him, none of that was happening. Well, that matchup will come again. When that matchup come again, I'm gonna play man, but I'm gonna play how I want to play it.
You want to sit there and play couple man?
Nah, I'm just telling you right now, ain't nobody else doing that. Ain't nobody else can lock 1 corner down on one whole side and shut whole sides of the fields down. Won't do what? I've done it. I did it when we played. I did it, and then you're not gonna do the things. Look, you're not gonna play head up and do the things you need to do. You're gonna do all the shit you know to get you to the stat you was trying to get to. Bro, if you don't run that, I don't want to expose what it was, but you know the 3 things you did. You don't just keep it 100. You don't do that. You don't do that in those moments. Are we having the same conversation right now? We not having the same conversation. This is the reason why when I brought him up, this is the reason why the niggas that watch that game is calling him the best corner in the league, because they know exactly what you did. Nah, they not doing that. I don't think they doing that. Y'all doing that because of what? They only doing that because of what? They doing that because of what? Oh, they self-promotion. Yeah, promotion. Nigga, you pretty much did some cheat shit to better get your stats off. You had one play in that game where it was a head up. I walked up, pressed you head up, took your time, you ran a go route, and motherfucking ran by him. One play. I get that up. But them other 2 joints, you know what you did. And it's not like I ain't argue with you about it before I went, man. Like, as long as you don't do this and that, I'll walk up and press and everything. And you did it right away. The moment he pressed you, try to run that out, and he picked that shit off, you went right to that shit. Boop, running that, got him. No, walk up and press. Boop. As soon as he got there, boop, got him. Knock it off, bro. Listen, we will see you in the game, and we'll give you the same shit. it ain't a corner. It ain't a corner on this game that can outplay a glitch, dog. Knock it off. Man, knock it off, dog. Nah, you ain't run right by him. You did run right by him one play, but I'm not gonna keep keeping it 100 and you not. You know what you did. All right, look. Am I lying? Am I lying about the two? Am I lying about the two plays that you ran that you knew was some fugazi shit? Am I lying about it? Huh? Oh, God. All right, you got that. All right, well, Stingley right now is being considered by the guys that's having this conversation as the best corner in the league. He got his own island right now. Snead got 5 picks in 2 seasons. He ain't ready for that island yet. You just said Snead was the best corner resides in Kansas City. He said the best corner resides in Kansas City. The Panthers arguing that Tyson Campbell better than Snead, and the Saints is arguing that Amik Robinson better than Snead.
Damn, they coming at your neck.
Huh? Man, hop on headset, man. This broadcast about to be over. Huh? Who else? Who else?
Hey,
What?
Who else chimed in?
Who else chimed in? You said? Nah, when we talked about top corners right now in the league that's coming into a new era of shutdown corners, the 3 that was talked about was Stingley, Tyson Campbell, and Amik Robinson.
Let me ask you, is that based off of his picks?
Well, we can't go off of too much else because we can't. We not watching their games full head on out. Yeah, it's way other stuff. This. All you doing is getting into my argument on why Stingley is the best. He's doing more than all of them. Like, look, go to Stingley numbers. Go to Stingley numbers in 1 season, bro. Huh? If you go to Stingley's numbers right now and that 1 season he had as a rookie, and ain't nobody that had a better season than that right now. Look, bro, 2 sacks, 14 tackles for loss, 81 tackles. We talking about a corner now. 81 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 12 INTs, 15 pass deflections. He only allowed 2 catches, forced fumble recovery, forced a fumble, recovered the fumble, and he took 3 touchdowns to the crib. Right now, and the games he's played right now, he got 15 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, 1 INT. Isaac Taylor Stewart. Okay. I like him more than I like Snead for the conversation. All right, so year 1, I like him a lot more than Snead for the conversation. 75 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 8 INTs, 10 pass breakups. He allowed 10 catches. He fumble recovered 4 of them, and he took 3 touchdowns to the crib. I like him better than I like Snead for that argument. Huh? I hear you. Isaac Taylor this year, 16 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 3 INTs, 5 deflections, no catches allowed, no touchdowns yet. Huh? Yeah, so I like him in this argument. If I go to the other guys that we had up there, if you go to the Panthers and talk about Tyson Campbell, let's see what he's doing in 2 seasons. We're not gonna count the first one. So right now, Tyson Campbell got 4 INTs, 19 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. He got 6 deflections. He allowed 2 catches so far and 1 touchdown to the crib. So he's still in that. Again, these the new wave of corners, the new shutdowns. Look at Saints and Amik. And let's see what he's doing this year. He got 15 tackles, 3 INTs, only 2 pass deflections. He allowed 2 catches so far, and that's it. So, yeah. So these guys, they making plays still right now, all of them. But I definitely like Isaac Taylor Stewart though. I like him better than Snead right now. I just know what Snead do. He's annoying. He's a bug in when we play. So I understand that. But Isaac Taylor got the real numbers behind it. Huh? Yeah, but I hear you, but he definitely ain't better than motherfucking. What? Who? Right, that's fine. And they tried him 12 times for no catches. They was trying him in a run game too, and he had 81 of them things. You know what I mean? He was proactive. That little chihuahua will shut any one of your receivers down. Which one? I don't respect that shit because you did some cheating shit to get your stats, bro. Like, you know you got me doing head up shit and answering. You got me doing head up shit and answering the things you asking me to do. No, walk up and press. Hike. Knock it off, man. This conversation over, man. I'm about to hang with Erica. I'll talk to you later, dog. We're out of here. Die line, me, that's who. You know, get the fuck out of here. Quarterback got motherfucking 100. Alright, man, thanks for tuning in. This AntHits, the franchise guru. Real Boom, Tupac is back. We gonna get back to y'all, man. Nice little quiet, good show. Holla.